Tough, pop a card. Agent, pop a card. Unicorn, spin a card. And then you end up making this, banish a card. And then you summon Sleeper, pop 2 cards.
Too good, clean it out.
You're just like ripping apart an entire board for free.
Hi, everybody.
What's
Who
up?
Are you?
I'm Zack Thompson.
And what are you playing today?
I played Spyral today.
Do you like it?
I love this deck. I've been playing it since basically Spyral format. Actually, before then. Before Double Helix was even announced.
Oh, really?
Played it before it was cool. Hipster Spyral guy.
Man. And what's the strengths and weaknesses of the deck?
The strengths of this deck is extremely explosive. If you resolve Double Helix, it's game. Like it's been the case pretty much since day one, and it's still the case today. We lost Goblin, we lost 1 copy of Call by the Grave, we lost 1 Terraforming, so we lost some consistency, and the combo's a little bit different. But yeah, this deck can just put out a ton of damage, and it actually has really good recursion as well. Like if you deal with a couple of key things like the Resort, it is hard to come back, but it just has so much searchability, so much recursion, so many pluses. It's just ridiculous.
Okay, and what about the weaknesses?
Weaknesses, now that Resort's at 1, a single Ghost Ogre can ruin your day. And the same as in Spyral format, if you have the Ash for the Double Helix, it's GG.
Bye.
Yep, rip to me. But thank you for Call by the Grave, Konami, and then fuck you for putting it back to 2. Why would you give me hope like that?
They do that, they do that. Okay,
Let's get into the profile. All right, so for hand traps, best hand trap of the format. 3 Ogre. It's the rogue deck killer. And then for the main board, 3 Agent.
Super Agent. Are you German?
He's a German super agent.
Wow, fancy man.
Very fancy. So yeah, he's the man with the plan right here. 3 Tough, unfortunately not German. He's one of the only non-German cards I have.
Okay.
But this guy's ridiculous. Because first of all, him plus Agent is combo. Second of all, he's not a hard once per turn.
Oh yeah, wow.
So as many times as you have Monster Reborn, you have Tough, call a card, pop it. So he just rips apart back row. I have games against like Altergeist where I just normal summon, call, the Protocol or Solemn Strike. I go, okay, Foolish Burial Goods, send the trap, banish the trap, summon him again, pop another card. It's just dumb.
It's stupid. And his cost is to target, right?
Cost is to target.
That's it.
Yeah, reveals on resolution and pop. So you have to chain Scapegoat, you have to chain things like that. It's kind of like Ningirsu.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, 3 Tough. Some people are playing 2, but I think that is incorrect. This deck wants to go second, and also you just want as many Spyral names as you can get on board.
So mostly you want to do this Agent and Tough, Agent and Tough, Agent and Tough.
Agent Tough or Agent Drone, or there's a lot of other really jank combos you can do to get Double Helix on board, but it's really just Double Helix Turbo.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So then we play all the 1-ofs, except this is a 2-of now. This has actually come up a lot.
Why do you play 2?
Making your guy untargetable is just invaluable in this meta right now. Like you can't mind control your guys, you can't Widow Anchor if they're under this, and you're not always going to see Resort. And Resort is the thing that makes all your stuff untargetable. But with 2 Terraforming and 1 Resort, you're not going to see it as much. So this does really help, and it also has extra utility where you can send a card off your field to make whatever it's equipped to attack directly.
Oh, wow.
So it's good in time as well. But yeah, all the rest of the 1-ofs are pretty self-explanatory. Sleeper is the boss monster. He's the reason this deck is good.
Yeah, it's super good, this card.
Yeah, and this card is like every single one of these except for Drone is a +1. And Drone's even a +1 because
it just messes up people's hands.
Yeah, it makes you brick, and engrave, you can banish it, and another Spyral card to add back Super Agent. So that's another +1. Every time he's summoned, +1.
That card's so good.
Every time she's summoned, +1. She goes to graveyard, +1. Sleeper, +2. Pops all your cards. So
there you go.
That's the main Spyral count. Also, another reason to run 2 of this.
Yeah.
It's just, again, more Spyral names. And you can get extra normal summons out of your hand, but I'll get to that in a second. And then the 1 actual brick.
Beyblade?
I hate drawing this card, but it's necessary for the combo. And the thing is, in the old format, when we had Goblin, you didn't care if you drew this card, because you just normal summon it next to Goblin, and then instead of having Trigate, Sleeper, Phoenix, you'd have Trigate, Sleeper, and Firewall without using the bounce effect. So you'd have 3 interruptions, and then with Quick Fix, you'd search the utility wire. So you could have like 4, 5, 6 interruptions on your opponent's first turn.
That's fantastic.
It was amazing.
Fantastic.
I miss it so much. And we play 3 of the best cards in the game.
Okay.
Rip.
Oh, no,
Please come back. Please come back.
You're like risking like, please go off.
Please. Please don't Ghost Ogre me.
No, don't do anything.
But yeah, we just max out on this because we want to see it every time.
Okay.
And the actual best card in the deck, Foolish Burial Goods. I was talking about utility. This does everything. Everything. In the old format, I was also running Metal Foes Fusion, so this was 3 copies of Upstart Goblin. Because all you need to do is just see 2 Spyral names and you're good to go. But now this is basically just either double summon to send the trap or the spell, and then special summon from hand, or it's Monster Reborn when you send the trap. So it's just amazing. Helps you push through a lot of back row, like with I was explaining with Tough. If they negate and get it off the field, then you just summon him back, no problem.
Rinse and repeat.
Rinse and repeat. Tough Foolish Burial Goods is insane. We're a combo deck, so
Call by the grave.
rip to this 3rd copy. Man, Konami, why you gotta do me like that?
They have to, they have to.
They only put this to 2 because of freaking Goki.
Probably, yeah.
Get that out of here. Goki doesn't need this. This card is healthy for the game.
It is pretty healthy.
Yeah, so I'm really sad about this, but it's necessary at 2. And my personal spice for this format,
Oh, Twin Twisters.
Twin Twisters in the main.
Okay.
Lots of decks are playing back row right now. You got Altergeist, you got Trickstar, you got what's that other one? Oh yeah, Sky Striker.
Sky Striker. Super good.
So it's really great to start off your turn by just ditching a card and then popping 2 back row before you even get started with Tough and Agent, because you know they might have Call by the Grave, they might have Strike, they might have a bunch of other things. Also, this has a ton of synergy with the deck. You can discard a trap, you can discard the spell, and then you get the graveyard effect. So you get so much value. It's almost like running this in BA. Every card is good in the graveyard too. So 3 Twisters is really great, and it's good against every deck pretty much except for Goki. So it's an easy side out. And then 1 Car and 1 Mission Assault.
Okay.
This one's the double summon when it's in the graveyard, and on field, it basically is just Supply Squad. You pop something with a Spyral card, you get to draw. It's pretty good.
It's good.
Yeah. I'm considering bumping the car up to 2, but really, this deck wants to OTK, so yeah, you don't want to brick drawing too many of these. So 1 is fine, but personal preference, you could run 2 if you wanted.
Nice.
And then the God card.
God card?
1 for 1. You resolve this, you
Oh,
win.
it is mad good, this card.
Yep. This card's insane. Rhoda, more consistency. Foolish Burial. There's a bunch of jank ways that you can get guys on board, and Foolish Burial can send anything, so let's do it.
Okay.
Monster Reborn?
Okay.
Yeah, if you open Foolish Burial and any version of Monster Reborn, it's the same thing as having 1 for 1.
Okay.
So this deck's win condition is basically resolving 1 for 1.
Yes.
Foolish Burial plus Goods equals 1 for 1.
Okay.
Foolish Burial plus Monster Reborn, 1 for 1. There's so many ways to do it. Yep. And then this is just game charge.
Oh, that's too good.
Yeah.
Best card.
Yeah. Honestly, I have mixed feelings about this card because if you draw it and you don't have combo, it doesn't do anything. But if you have combo, then it just makes your board more secure. So I like it for now. And then we're playing 41, so we're playing 40. This is an easy side out. Nothing else to say there. And then some people might disagree with me on this, but I think 3 of this is necessary.
Rescue.
If you draw Tough Agent and you got this, if they have Ash for the double helix, no problem. Set this, flip it, add back a Tough on your turn, add back an Agent, rinse and repeat.
There you go.
And then in graveyard it's Monster Reborn, so it's free. Discard fodder for Nightmares, discard fodder for Twin Twisters. The spice.
There you go.
So yeah, that's 41 cards in the main. Let's move on to the extra. 2 Helix. 3 never comes up, but the second comes up a lot.
Of course, yeah.
And then your Nightmare package. You got Unicron, Mermaid, Phoenix, Cerberus. This is the second best card in your deck.
Definitely need it for your field card, right?
Yeah, you spin back the resort, and then you search it with the master plan, and it's just game.
There you go.
Link Rebo,
Okay.
basically because of Quick Fix. And the new jank right here.
What the heck is this?
Secure Gardener. Came out in Extreme Force.
Okay.
Basically, you run this as a replacement because when you have your Trigate sleeper board, he points this way.
Okay.
And all he requires is 1 Cyberse Link monster. So you make Link Karibo, then you link it off for this guy and your Trigate's live.
Oh.
That's the only reason to run it.
Okay.
Other than that, this card sucks. But if you're in time and you summon this for the rest of the turn, you take no effect damage.
Oh, so trick stars?
Big brain conk right there.
I like big brain.
Let's see, moving on to generic stuff. Proxy Dragon just replaces Goblin.
Yep.
Rip to Goblin.
Aww.
Why did you have to go? Firewall is the real problem.
Yeah, exactly. But Firewall's a TV show.
Yeah.
TV show cards.
It's not even his ace monster though. Get out of here with that. For Link 3s, Decode.
Yep.
Because Decode plus any 1900 agent plus Sleeper is exactly 8,000 damage.
Exactly 8,000?
Yep.
Fantastic.
So you just OTK this and then negating targeting stuff, it comes up.
Yep.
Trigate for the combo.
Uh-huh.
People forget this has 3 effects.
Oh, yeah.
If it's only linked to 1, then it doubles the battle damage of something that it's co-linked to. That's fine. If it's linked to 2, banish a card on the field.
That card is
It's amazing. It's another +1. So tough, pop a card. Agent, pop a card. Unicorn, spin a card. And then you end up making this, banish a card. And then you summon Sleeper, pop 2 cards.
too good. Clean it out.
You're just like ripping apart an entire board for free.
Okay.
Yeah, so Trigate is really amazing. And then more spice. Triple Burst Dragon. I think
Okay.
this is starting to get a little bit of hype. This is really good in the Sky Striker matchup.
Okay. What does it do?
Because, first of all, it's 2,400.
Yep.
It's pretty generic, only needs 2 monsters except tokens.
Okay.
And 2,400 attack with piercing, I might add. So it's decent in time as well. But the real reason you play this is because once per turn, during the damage step, you can negate the activation of anything.
Oh, okay.
So what you do with this is you attack over the Link monster, and then they activate Ray, and you just say negate.
Negate. Like,
So-
what does this card do?
Yep, so you don't get the Ray back, so
Okay.
yeah. Get out of here with that.
Clean it out.
Yeah, and I've even done some really weird things like this, like attack over like a Goki Suprex or one of the big guys, and then they can't float because he negates in damage step.
Very nice.
So yeah, that's pretty good. And he's also a Monster Reborn, I forgot.
Oh, when he dies?
So he has to live for a whole turn because except the turn it's sent to the graveyard, you tribute him and then summon back a Link 2 or lower.
Oh, okay.
Any Link 2. So he's a 3rd copy of Double Helix. Comes up in grind games sometimes.
Double Helix?
Yeah, he can summon
Oh,
any
man.
Link 2 or lower. It's so
Nice.
broken.
3 double helixes now.
Yep. And then we got Firewall.
Yep.
You almost never make it, but you know, it's there.
It's there.
You could run for Cherry's targets. I don't recommend that, but you could. Borreload for problem monsters, and then OTK me daddy.
OTK time!
This
nice.
plus Sleeper is also game.
Yep.
It's just incredible. So that's it for the main and extra deck. I have a sideboard, but it's really just up to player preference. But if you want to see it, you totally can.
Okay.
So right now I've only got 14 today.
Only 14 side
Only
cards?
14.
This is legit. You're the man. The next card, the 50 cards should finish someone's skull.
Yeah, I took out.
We decided I'm gonna put someone's skull in it.
Yeah, man. Lightning strike.
Ah!
Never saw that coming.
Nope.
Actually, the 15th card I was testing at the regional. I was playing card destruction.
Oh, how was that?
It was terrible.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely terrible. I was thinking it would have some good synergy because you can discard stuff like this.
Yeah.
But every time I drew it, I didn't want to play it. And the one time I did play it, it lost me the game. So I was like, this sucks.
Okay.
So for the sideboard, 3 Droll. This is for Goki. It works under Midbreaker.
Yeah.
Goki can still make a board, but with Tough Agent, you can just rip it apart next turn. Yep, doesn't matter. So 3 Droll, 1 Turtle, and 1 Sticky Boy.
Okay.
This is, Kaijus are always good.
Cosmos.
For Cosmos. Yeah, Dank Destroyer's back at 2. Watch out. But the main reason I run these guys is Sky Striker.
Yep.
You Kaiju their guy, put it in the main monster zone, they can't activate anything. So then you just Tough Agent, clear the board, and they cry.
Yep.
It's free. Shared Ride for when they make you go first. Because a lot of people realize you want to go second, and they'll make you go first. So side this in for the Striker matchup. They're not going to kill you in 1 turn unless they have Boral Sword for some reason. So
Joke's on them.
joke's on you. I'm going to OTK you. So yeah, 3 Shared Ride. 2 evenly, because I can only afford 2.
Okay.
But I would 100% play the 3rd one if I could.
Okay.
This is just, back row decks and resolving Tough Agent after this, you're not coming back from that.
No way. Plus a total.
Yep. Impermanence, it's good. I'm borrowing this. Shoutouts to my boy Grant.
Thanks,
We appeared
Grant.
on the last profile we did together. So yeah, shoutouts to you, Grant. Best boy right here. And then Red Reboot.
Oh, Red Robot. For OTK.
Yeah, for OTK. I mean, that's what this deck wants to do. And even if you don't do it, again, tough agent. They set another trap card, you don't care. Tough agent, pop, 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 pop. You're dead. And then the 15th spot
is
Field Center.
Field Center. Oh yeah.
Yeah, this card's broken.
Not good.
Or at least it would be broken if I own one. Single team. Alright, well hey, thanks for having me on the channel. And I'll be back with some spooky profile later on.
Oh, I'm excited.
Skull Servants.
Skull Servants, oh shit.
Spicy Skull Servants.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, Zach.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.